Okay, now we are inside the mobile plugin, local mobile plugin. And again, I can't stress this enough. The first thing you need to do before adding any pages or anything is go into the settings area, which we're in. And then there's three sections here. And the first thing you need to do before anything, again, is go into the layout options. And you want to do this first to make sure, and if you need to plan it out ahead as far as, your color scheme and how you want it to look and all those type of things, this video will help you do that. But you want to do that first before you do anything else. And again, right here is the little tick mark so you can activate or deactivate the mobile pages in and of themselves. And then the next thing is the logo. And this is where you could just upload your logo or your client's logo or whatever. And we recommend an 800 pixel width by 150 pixels high image. So anything smaller than that on some mobile devices it'll look too small, and anything larger than that it'll be too big. So that's what we have found is 800 by 150 in the pixel size. Now the next section is the call button text, the click to call. So let's go and take a look at an actual setup that we have used the mobile plugin for, and this is for a corporate training company. And you can see this is taken from an iPhone, and you can see that this is a logo that's actually 800 by 150, and you can see that it looks really nice, converted down to this size. And then the next thing is the click to call button, and so this is where you can put the text, click to call, and then if they click the button, this is where you put your phone number, and you don't need dashes or anything like that. You can just put it needs your area code and then the 7-digit number, and that's what that looks like there. And then the footer text is right here, and so you can you don't want to put a ton of information in there, and so we recommend you just simply copying the same format that we have here, which is the phone number, the address, and then the city, state, and zip there. And you can see that we have some simple HTML code for line breaks, and basically all this does is just puts this line underneath that one and then this line underneath that one. And as you can see here in the footer section, so it has the phone number there, then the address, city, state, zip. Okay. And then also a side note that this visit desktop site link will always be there. You don't control that, but it's always there because it has been proven that people like clicking on that to get to the desktop site so they can see additional information or whatever. So, and that's not controllable via the footer. Okay. And then the next section is for a background image. So you can see how we have a red color here as the background image, and if you wanted to put like an image of the business or whatever, or a relatable image of some sort, you can do that there. It is an option to add more flexibility to the plugin. However, what we recommend is using a solid color background. And the reason for that is because if you have a busy image in the background, or a confusing image, or an image that doesn't look good, it's going to detract from what you want them to do, which is typically either just a click to call or click on one of the menu items to get additional information, or just so you can build trust and credibility and those type of things. But if it's a busy background image and confusing, then they're not going to bother sticking around on it. So they're just going to go somewhere else. So even though you have that availability there, we recommend using a solid color. And now for the the background color, again, that's the red. The text color is, if you go to one of the pages, well, actually let me just go down here. So the text color here, you can see is white, because obviously if you have a darker background here, you need a lighter text color there. So, and it would be the reverse. So if you used white as the background color, or the yeah, white is the background color, then you'd want a dark color the text so it stands out and you can read it, of course. And then the link color, whoops, you can see here, since this is a visit desktop site, that's an active link. If we change that color to a blue, then that would be a blue. The call button background color and the call button text color, again, that's a black and a white. You can see black and a white. Well, on this one, it's more of a gray here. That's why it doesn't match up. But you can see that that's where you can control the color of the click to call button. And now let's get down here to the menu background color. Again, you can see that it's got a white, and then the hover is the menu active color, which is a yellow, and then the foreground color, which you can change, is to a blue or gray or whatever, which is fine, and then the menu link color is that blue. Alright, so pretty simple stuff, and there's a reason why it's simple, because simple works. You don't want it too confusing and too cluttered, and you want a nice flow and a good looking page, and that's kind of how this works, and it looks pretty darn good in our opinion, and tests have proven that it works good, so that's cool. And then, but once you go ahead and get all of this set up the way that you want it set up, you go over here and simply click Save Changes, and then it will save it and it'll be ready to go. Now, the one thing that I'm going to mention a few different times just to make sure that you know exactly how this works. For whatever reason, sometimes WordPress, just the way that it's set up, with certain plugins, sometimes they may not, like if you go to it via your smartphone, it may not work right away, because what you need to do is, after you get it set up, you need to go into settings and into permalinks. And then in the permalinks, what you need to do is simply go in and choose something different, save the changes, go back in here, go back to post name, because that's what it should be, and then click Save Changes again, and then it will go ahead and kind of reset it for that plugin, and then it'll work. Okay, that's just a little side tidbit of information, and I'll probably say this in a couple other videos just to make sure everybody gets it. But no big deal, simple to do, and that's it. So that is the layout options. So the next video, let's go over the social media options.